Recently we had a listing that was on the market, and we also secured a buyer. And at about day five, the buyer decided to terminate the purchase of the home. Now, we didn't represent the buyer; we were representing the seller. But obviously, we were reaching out and we were asking them, "Hey, what happened? What was the change of heart that your buyers felt?" And it just blows me away that there's so much hesitation still in the market. So what we found out was the buyer has been renting for the last 10 years. And they still were very, very concerned about the health of the market itself, and still was more comfortable continuing to be a renter instead of a homeowner. Um, I can't tell you when I asked about what their goals were financially, they were just really unsettled, and there was a lot of fear of what they felt was going to be happening in the market as a whole. And so I put it on their agent, and I'm like, listen, you need to educate these folks. They've missed out over the last 10 years. They've already missed out on probably about $300,000 worth of appreciation by just being a renter for the last 10 years. And what happens in the next 10 years? And they lose another $300,000, or actually it's going to be more because values continue to go up. And this other agent, unfortunately, just didn't have the know-how or the knowledge or the way to communicate that back to her buyers in a logical way that made sense. So I know they were also concerned about rates. However, I think the rates are the rates. And from everything that we are learning about, the rates aren't going to change anytime soon. As a matter of fact, they're saying that they're pretty much going to be staying at the same level they are right now for at least the next 18 months, which is going to put us to the end of 2025. And if rates don't come down, they were hoping that rates were going to come down and they would be back out on the market looking. I'm like, no, this is an educational thing. Someone needs to sit down with them and really go through the opportunities that they are missing out by continuing to create wealth for the landlord at their detriment. So, anyways, just if you're out there, if you are still waiting to buy real estate, and your long term goal is to continue to build wealth for yourself, follow the smart money. And people with money, they're very smart with it. They're still continuing to buy real estate, and they're also buying some other asset classes that no one else is, the masses are not buying. So follow what people are not doing. Follow the smart money, and the people with the smart money are basically doing what the masses are not. So, anyways, that was my aha for this week. I was really discouraged. Hey, by the way, we got another buyer for that particular property. All right, so we put it back on the market, and within 48 hours, we had another buyer on that home. That just tells you just how much demand there is for real estate in the local market. So make sure you have a really good, educated agent that's supporting you and kind of can talk through all the numbers. If that happens to be your situation where you're still waiting, man, you are missing out on a lot of different opportunities. It's a long-term gain. This is not something that you're going to invest in today and in 2 months be able to cash out and have a whole bunch of money. Real estate, typically, when you're buying for yourself, is a long-term gain. If you're planning on being in a home for at least 5 years, all the little ups and downs and that we may see over the next year or two, maybe, which we're not predicting, they're all going to even out, and you're going to be much further ahead long term as long as you invest in real estate. So hopefully that was helpful, and everybody's having a great day. Thanks.